Benedict XVI side, what do you see? God. Good way to end the interview. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
In the video, it was stated that Ellen G. White said that the Pope calls himself Lord God the Pope. And we have the quote here, as you can see, highlighted. And it comes from page 50 of the Great Controversy 1888 edition. It should be in every edition. But here it goes. It is one of the leading doctrines of Romanism that the Pope is the visible head of the universal Church of Christ. And that is true. Invested with the supreme authority over bishops and pastors in all parts of the world. More than this, the Pope has arrogated the very titles of deity. He styles himself, now look at that phrase, he styles himself Lord God the Pope, assumes infallibility, and demands that all men pay him homage. Thus, the same claim urged by Satan in the wilderness of temptation is still urged by him through the Church of Rome, and vast numbers are ready to give him homage. Now look at the phrase, he styles himself. Now, you ever heard of the, when you're using school, to look at the context clues? Now look at the context clues here. He styles himself. It does not say that he calls himself Lord God the Pope, but he styles himself. Now, I strive to be a model citizen. I style myself to be a model citizen. I don't go around saying, hey y'all, I am a model citizen. But I will style myself as a model citizen. So, you get my point? Well, anyway, let's go back to the beginning of this. It is one of the leading doctrines, which it is, and I'll show you in the next slide, of Romanism, that the Pope is the visible head of the universal Church of Christ, invested with the supreme authority over bishops and pastors in all parts of the world. So more than this, the Pope has arrogated the very titles of deity. So by this claim of being the head of the church, he styles himself Lord God the Pope. Because from the Bible, Jesus Christ is head of the church, not the Pope. You know, Catholics want to argue with this, but it's not biblical. You know, upon this rock, I build my church. When Jesus is supposed to build the church on Peter. Well, that does not say that. We'll talk about that in another video. But the Bible does not say that the Pope is the head of the church. Matter of fact, the word Pope did come along to Constantine. He invented the word. If you really want to know who the first Pope is, look at Constantine. Because the Peter was not called Pope in the Bible. So, you got to go by the Bible. Here we're going to the Code of Canon Law from the Vatican VA site. You can check out the web address here on the web browser listed above. And we're going to go read the first part here just to show you where the quote from Ellen G. White stands true. As we read, I'm going to highlight it. The bishop of the Roman Church, in whom continues the office given by the Lord iniquity to Peter, the first of the apostles, and to be transmitted to the successors, is the head of the college of bishops, the vicar of Christ, and the pastor of the universal church on earth. By virtue of his office, he possesses supreme, full, immediate, and universal ordinary power in the church, which he is always able to exercise freely. Now, as I stated, the way they place the Pope as head of the church, from the Bible, Jesus is head of the church. He's the cornerstone. And it's in the Bible. Catholics will argue that to the blue in the face, but it's not from the Bible, okay?
When you look into Benedict XVI side, what do you see? God.
Now, from the clip, George Bush stated that he sees God in the Pope's eyes. Now, that could be taken 2 or 3 different ways. Now, you're saying that he is God, or you're saying you see God in his eyes. Now, when you become a Christian, people should see God in your eyes. Now, I want to get some feedback, whoever's watching this video that happens to be Catholic. Is the Pope the only one that people could see God in? No. Give me some feedback on that. There was a term that was asked to be remembered, and the term was that it's not Catholic. Now, I want you to look at all these following pictures and tell me if that's not Catholic. Well, none of this is Catholic. You know, the people that was get burnt at the stake, they was not Catholic either. Just wanted to throw that in. It's not Catholic. And neither are these people.
Despicable acts of terror.
This has been another Truth on Trial. Thank you for watching. As always, I stand by the word. God bless.